the heart. No one sees August. Um, there is a kind of pain that never makes noise. It doesn't cry out loud. It doesn't ask for attention. It simply exists quietly inside a person while their face keeps smiling for everyone else. I have watched this happen more times than I can count, and every time it teaches me something new about how much we truly, I don't know, about the people around us. We walk past dozens of people every single day. We see their clothes, their expressions, their small talk, their laughter at the right moment, but we rarely see what happens after they walk away from us, the deep breath they take when no one is watching, the phone they put down after typing and deleting a message 10 times, the silence they sit in a room hoping something inside them will finally feel steady again. Some people carry a weight for years without ever putting it into words, not because they don't trust anyone, but because they've learned that not every burden needs an audience. They've learned to fold their pain neatly and place it somewhere private, somewhere only they and their creator can see it. And that is exactly where faith becomes something different from performance. A person can stand in a crowded room and still be having the most honest conversation of their life, not with the people around them, but with Allah in the quiet space behind their own eyes. If tonight you are someone who has been holding something in fear, you haven't said out loud a hope, you're almost afraid to admit a disappointment you've never fully explained to anyone, this is for you. You are not being punished by delay. A delay is not the same as denial. Think of anything that grows slowly. It doesn't mean it isn't growing. Roots move before branches do. Most of the important changes in a person's life happen underground invisible long before anyone can see the result. So if your prayers feel unanswered right now, it does not mean they were unheard. It may simply mean the answer is still being built piece by piece in a way your current perspective cannot yet measure. Let's pause here and make a sincere dua together in our own words from wherever we are. Oh Allah, you know what we carry that we have never spoken about. You know the nights that felt heavier than they looked from the outside is what feels difficult. Turn our waiting into patience and our patience into peace. Strengthen the hearts among us that feel tired tonight, and remind us that nothing sincere offered to you is ever wasted. I mean, there's another kind of pain, the one that comes not from hardship in general, but from a person specifically. The slow kind, the kind where nothing dramatic happens, no single fight, no final door slam, just a gradual distance that grows a little wider every week until one day you look up and realize the person you used to reach easily now feels like a stranger wearing a familiar face. This kind of ending is difficult in a unique way because there's no clear moment to point to. You can't explain it in one sentence to someone who asks what happened. What happened was nothing, and everything got the same time. Replies got shorter, effort got quieter. The version of them that used to show up simply stopped showing up without ever formally saying goodbye. For a while, it's normal to make excuses for someone on their behalf. Maybe they're stressed. Maybe things will go back to how they were. Maybe you just need to be more patient, more understanding, more available. But there's a point where patience turns into self-abandonment, where waiting for someone to come back stops being hope and starts being a slow erosion of your own sense of worth. And here is the truth that usually takes the longest to accept, someone choosing to fade away, is still a choice, even if they never said the words, I'm leaving. Silence is still an answer. Distance is still a decision, and you are allowed to stop interpreting uh, someone's absence as a temporary situation you just haven't fixed yet. Losing someone slowly in silence is its own particular kind of grief, because there's no closure to hold onto, only the space where explanations should have been. But there is a strange kind of freedom on the other side of that grief too. The moment you stop performing patience for someone who has already left emotionally, and start directing that same patience toward your own healing. Instead, you didn't lose because you weren't enough. Wanting honest connection, consistency, and presence isn't asking for too much. It's asking for the basics. If someone couldn't offer that, it says something about their season, their capacity, or their choices, not about your worth. There is a version of you on the other side of this that looks back without needing a apology, without needing a explanation, and simply feels lighter, not because the memories disappeared, but because they stopped controlling how your days feel. If you are in the middle of that kind of quiet heartbreak tonight, let this be a small reminder. You are allowed to grieve someone who is still alive. You are allowed to miss a version of a person who may not exist anymore, even if their name stayed the same. And you are allowed to keep moving forward slowly, even while some parts of your heart are still catching up. One last dua before we uh, close. Oh, Allah, heal what has been quietly breaking. Replace the ache of being left with the peace of being kept by you. Grant patience to those still waiting closure, to those still wondering, and gentleness to those learning how to let go. Bless our families, ease our hearts, and never let us mistake a difficult season for a permanent one. I mean, if any part of this reached you tonight, the way it was meant to, that alone was worth writing it. Today is 1st August. Today is 1st August, and there is something I have been thinking about for a long time. It is not a story that began with a loud moment or a dramatic event. It began quietly in the kind of silence that most people never notice. I realize that many hearts carry burdens they never speak about. Some people smile every day, greet everyone with kindness, complete the responsibilities, and say, I'm doing well, while inside they are asking Allah to give them strength for one more day. That realization changed the way I look at people. It reminded me that every person is fighting a battle that others cannot see. Some are worried about their parents. Some are praying for their children. Some are struggling with loneliness, financial hardship, disappointment, or uncertainty about the future. Many hide their pain because they do not want to become a burden to anyone else. If these words have reached your heart today, perhaps they are meant to remind you of something important. Never believe that your silent struggles are unnoticed. Allah knows every emotion that remains hidden. He hears every prayer spoken in the darkness of the night. He knows the tears that never fall, and hopes that you continue to protect inside your heart. Even when nobody understands your situation, your Creator understands it completely. Life is full of seasons. There are days of happiness and days of hardship. Neither one lasts forever. Just as the night always gives way to the morning, every difficulty carries within it the promise of relief. Sometimes we become impatient because we cannot see what lies ahead. We want immediate answers, but Allah's wisdom is greater than our limited understanding. What feels like a delay may actually be protection. What seems like a closed door may be guiding you towards something far better than you imagined. One lesson I have learned is that patience is not weakness. Patience is quiet strength. It is waking up every morning with trust, even when yesterday was difficult. It is continuing to make dua even when the answer has not yet arrived. It is choosing kindness when disappointment tries to fill your heart with bitterness. Patience does not remove pain, but it gives pain a purpose. Perhaps today you are carrying worries that nobody knows about. Perhaps your heart feels tired from waiting. Maybe you have asked Allah for the same blessing many times. Do not lose hope. Every sincere prayer is heard. Every act of trust is recorded. Every moment you choose faith instead of despair brings you closer to the mercy of your Lord. The world often measures success through wealth, status, and recognition. Allah looks at sincerity, honesty, gratitude, and the condition of the heart. A person with little in this world but great faith may be richer than someone who possesses everything except peace. Real success is not found in applause. It is found in knowing that Allah is pleased with your efforts. Remember to be gentle with others. The stranger you meet may be carrying sadness that words cannot describe. The friend who laughs the loudest may be hiding deep exhaustion. Your kind words, your smile, your forgiveness, or even your sincere dua for someone could become the reason they find hope again. Kindness costs little, yet its reward with Allah is immense. There are moments when we wonder why certain dreams remain distant. During those moments, remind yourself that a seed spends a long time beneath the soil before anyone sees. It's growth. That hidden period is not wasted. It is preparation. In the same way, Allah prepares hearts before He grants them what they have been asking for. Trust His timing more than your own expectations. If your heart feels heavy tonight, speak to Allah honestly. You do not need perfect words or beautiful speeches. He already knows your feelings before you mention them. Tell Him about your uh, fears, your mistakes, your hopes, and your dreams. Ask Him for guidance, forgiveness, strength, and contentment. Every sincere conversation with Allah brings light into a heart that feels overwhelmed. Never allow hardship to con